Yay, yay, we're live. Hello. It is the day before Thanksgiving in America. It is Happy Turkey Day soon. It is unfortunately stuff yourself until you can't breathe day here in the US. We are celebrating Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I know like our household, we're doing things a little bit lighter, only having foods that we cannot live without. So what's the game plan? I'm doing grilled turkey on the little grill that we have outside on the barbecue. We're doing a sauteed broccoli, garlicky broccoli kind of dish. That's going to be fun. I'm making brownies from scratch. What else are we having? And mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potatoes, like boil the potatoes and smash them into oblivion, that kind of mashed potatoes, like old school. So that is what we are doing on this side of the land for Thanksgiving. But you guys, hi, my name's Abby. As I gave you my whole like holiday spiel, I am a tough love tarot reader. I am slinging cards for you guys today as we're getting all prepped and ready for the chaos that is the new holiday season that's about to unfold. And then you have Black Friday the day after, which unfortunately is now like it's its own holiday, almost like mass consumerism. On 10. So that's happening Friday. And then there's Small Business Saturday, right? Is it Saturday?
Yes.
Saturday, Small Business Saturday. I have so many promotions to speak of and all that fun jazz. So yeah, I am doing free readings today for the next hour. So you have me until 9 o'clock my time. And just to kind of start the game off with, I'm sure you're probably doing your questions in for me in just a moment. Melissa is sitting on the side of me handling all the what's the word again? Moderating. There we go. Handing all the moderation stuff for me while I shuffle and sling and read for all you dear sweet souls. But I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me okay, that you heard that whole spiel, that you can hear me now. And if you can't hear me now, I strongly suggest that you reload this application so that you can hear me. Who? Second? Oh, hi. I believe that's Kalani. I think if I remember correctly, that's the email address that she gave me earlier. Oh, look at Miss the real Ebony Jones. I've been waiting on this live all day. My wife and I were just talking about, I wonder if anybody like waits for this. I was like, who knows? So that's amazing that you do, darling. Thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate all of that. And Mr. Xavier, I'm so happy to see your face. I hope your holiday seasons and Thanksgivings and all this stuff is going well, everyone. So let me know if you can hear me. I just want to hear I see it right there. I can hear you just fine. Perfect. So I am more than fine with jumping off. We are just going to straight dive into your questions today. I'm not even going to do the pre-read. We're just going to start with your questions. So while I'm still running off in my own little personal banter, let me know what questions you have for me today. And I'll go ahead and start pulling cards for them and seeing what we can come up with. Because I know some of y'all have the family, the visits, the stuff that y'all have to do, the mass cooking that you get to do, all the drama of the mom treating you like a child stuff that still shows up. I know you guys have all that and questions that you need answering. So let's dig. Huh?
The rules of asking questions.
The rules. Thank you for reminding. She's so good about reminding me. So words of wisdom from the Abby regarding asking me questions today. When you do a question, you post it in the comments. Thank you so much for that. Keep it to one question at a time for me, because otherwise I have to split your question apart and your other part may not get read, because I want to make sure that I'm able to get as many people in as we can. Also, keep in mind that Miss Melissa, my dear sweet soul over here, she's not like doing any particular order. So it's not exactly first come, first serve. It's more of just like, what can we pick as they're flying through? She also likes to provide me some bits of a challenge sometimes. And she also likes to give me a little bit of variety. So that's kind of like the only bit that she goes by. So if she's missed your questions, it's not personal. It's not because she hates you. She doesn't know you. It's okay. But she is talking to you firsthand in these comments. So she's the one that you'll be chatting with while I get to read cards for everyone. Is there anything I missed you can think of? Do you want to say hello? No, you don't want to. She doesn't want her face to be seen today. Oh my God, Miss Lori would have a thing or two to say to you.
Tell them who I am and we'll move on.
So Melissa, the moderator, is my wife who does not want to be seen today. But that is okay. Next time we'll drag her, we'll strong arm her in here and get it reading. So while I am shuffling cards, if anyone has their question, I hope you have thrown it in. All right, so Miss Jones, you've been waiting. Me and my ex-boyfriend Kendrick ever gonna work out for the better. Ever gonna work out for the better. You and Kendrick, huh? Let's see what we have to say, or what can we find out? What can we pull on this? So work out for the better. So when we say work out for the better, I'm assuming that I'm gonna have to make some assumptions. One of which being that I guess you're together now, but it's not as good as you'd like it to be, is kind of the thought that I'm wondering for you. So let's see if this relationship is going to get better from this point. So I'm just shuffling before I pull some cards. Okay, doesn't want to shuffle. Doesn't want to shuffle. I bet you anything he doesn't want to cooperate with you, does he? Hey. All right, Kendrick. And Miss Jones. All right, so just put everything away. All right. You and the ex-boyfriend. Wait, never mind. You can't be together because it's the ex-boyfriend. Okay, so I'm clarifying my own questions. You and the ex-boyfriend ever gonna maybe get back together? Is maybe the thought I'm thinking. What do you think, babe? Get back together?
Yeah.
Let's go. We're going to work out for the better. Let's see if it's a get back together kind of question. All right, so we're just going to do the 3 card. Let's do a yes or no and see what pulls up for context. I have to roll up my sleeves. So I know it's serious work. We got to find out what's going on with this boyfriend and why is he so grumpy? Why aren't they together right now? Actually, I could probably pull on that, but let's not distract because I'm too much of a squirrel kind of personality anyway. All right, let's scoot this up. There we go. So y'all two gonna work out for the better. Okay, my darling. So what I almost have for you there. Okay, so I started off the start. We still have a bond. I wonder if we'll ever we still have a bond. I wonder if we will get back together. Gotcha. Thank you for putting that in context for me. So I have the Page of Pentacles to start. I also have the Hermit along with the 3 of Pentacles. So these 2 cards are your reverse ones. And if you've ever seen me do yes or no questions, I'm looking for reverse cards versus upright cards. And that kind of tells me the yes or the no. This situation, you have 2 reverse cards versus 1 upright card. So the thing for me is that I'm seeing that this would take a lot of effort. This would take a lot of growth and for you to come back together. Right now, it feels like you guys are young. You are inexperienced when it comes. I mean, you might have done relationships before, like you've done your dating, you've done your playing, you did the things, right? But coming back together and actually having a functional relationship, maybe we don't have the representation of what that looks like when we haven't done the work in regards to what that looks like. So it's a slow, naive process is what this card kind of yells at about it. And I bet like with the Hermit, even though you guys have that bond, there's still a lot of self-reflection that needs to happen before you two can come together and have a relationship that gives to the both of you instead of what can you give to me and what is he taking from me, kind of like what are y'all extracting from each other instead of what are you giving to each other. I think it's possible, though. You do have a 3 of Pentacles in this whole situation, too. So to me, that's about efforts and work and projects. It's definitely something that's doable. So it's like it turns into like, do you guys want this? Is that really what you want for yourselves? I also think someone's going to have to mind their words. The Page of Swords usually has a sharp wit to them. So sometimes they will say things they do not mean. And it's kind of like when you fight and you have like, well, you stink, or, in the more dramatic sense, and so you're saying stuff that you don't necessarily mean so that you can win. And the point is in these moments when you're bickering and you're having those fights, the aim is not to win. You're trying to be understood. But in the moment, you don't know that. And so it's like maybe some efforts and some work on how do we fight fair without cutting and damaging each other when you do bicker and argue. So I think it's possible, you guys. It's just right now, you guys are really, really young. You may not necessarily have the tool set to do this as nicely as you would like to at the moment. But hey, you guys have time. You still have life. Maybe not this week, but maybe over some time when you both have grown up a little bit more. But thank you, Miss Jones, for the question. Oh yeah, so I totally want to know from you guys. Okay, so I know the cliche question. You guys are going to be all practiced out for it for tomorrow. Is the whole like, what are you grateful for during Thanksgiving? But I don't want to know what you're thankful for, like in general, right? I want to know something that you're grateful for today. Like what happened today that you're grateful for? That's what I want to know about. Tell me one thing that you are grateful for today. And what would yours be? The one thing that happened or that you're grateful for about today.
That you found that amazing table.
Oh my God, I found an amazing table over. So we have an art festival that we're doing early next month. And we're worried about like how we're going to navigate this tiny little booth space. And we found the perfect table. We went to the Goodwill, which is really close to our house. And we just found this mobile, collapsible, two-tiered wine tasting cart, and that's going to be perfect for a 4x2 little booth space that we have at the Raw Arts Festival here in Seattle. Like, peg that.
Here. Candles and tarot.
Yeah, because I'm totally gonna. I'm slinging cards. I'm gonna be reading tarot for anybody that attends the event and wants a tarot reading. And Melissa is gonna be by my side because we're just, sweet and romantic that way. Right, we're business partners. She's gonna be selling the candles that I make, like beside me. So we're gonna have a grand old time. It's gonna be fun, and I'm super excited about it. But I still want to know what you guys are grateful for. Pineapple pizza. I'm thoroughly grateful for. Ooh. Dude, we had chicken. That's what I'm grateful for. It's like we had so we are big juicers, right? So we don't eat a whole lot of like crap food anymore. And we just had fried chicken for like the first time in as long as that we can ever remember. And so I'm grateful for the experience of being away from something so long that when I come back to even the crap stuff or the crap version of it, I can appreciate it. And I was like, I can relish the terrible forminess of it. So, second daughter Tara, I'm grateful that, can you go back? Because I was reading that. I'm grateful that I have a wonderful new deck to read with today. You're very welcome, Miss Kaylani. I'm glad you appreciate it. I know you had said that it was being a little snarky with you, so I hope she changed the tune. Miss Milner, I'm grateful for both of my kids are home safe with you. That is perfect.
She's the reseller.
You're the reseller. Sweet. Lori, you're grateful for you get the tree up today. Oh my gosh, and you're decorating it, you guys. So I swear I was gonna read tarot cards, and I'm just telling you stories. My tree little thing is like we don't do like a real tree. Like we do like a crafting project tree that we put up on the wall, and then we shove all of our little gifts under it. So I'm so looking forward to doing that with my family. But I still don't. No, I was grateful for the chicken. That's what I'm grateful for. All right, so Miss Hoshi, should I continue to hold on to your Scorpio? Scorpio. Okay, let's pull some cards. We'll go yes or no and see what comes up for you. In addition, should you? Well, let's like if holding on to the Scorpio is in your best interest. Holding on to the Scorpio in your best interest. Oops, I just dropped half the deck. Well, that's no good. All right. 1, 2, 3. Fourth one wants to say hello. Which one is that? There we go. Perfect. Should you hold on to the Scorpio? Okay, so a couple cards that I have for you is the Four of Swords reversed. I have the 10 of Cups upright along with the 6 of Wands upright. So to me, that's a pretty good, yeah. I wonder what's going on for you guys, and feel free to go ahead and add more commentary on your situation for me. But I feel like whatever is going on between the two of you, it feels temporary. It feels like this isn't as big a deal as it may feel like it is. If there's an issue, like that's kind of like the nudge that I'm getting is like, okay, so something caused a bit of discord, and now we're questioning, now we're concerned, now we're wondering. I feel like you're maybe overthinking it a bit. Maybe see if you can figure out a way to make this an opportunity for yourself instead of the detriment that it may feel like it is, whatever it is for you. But that is the only thing that is telling me anything less than ideal. Is more of a personal self-reflection for you, my dear, as the maybe this is being overthought about. And instead of worrying about the should-have, could-haves, and the would-haves, as my teacher likes to tell me, go with your heart and your instinct, especially since you have such this great communal effort with this relationship. It feels like you have some support with it. You have, I mean, you're always gonna have those sayers, like those people that like to comment in the less than nice way. But between the two of you, your Scorpio and you, feels like you guys get along pretty well, and you probably have a good time when he decided just to up and leave me. Well, poo. So then the question was asked, should I let go of my Scorpio? I think Scorpio's coming back, honey, because I don't see that he left, is the thing on my end. So it's like, okay, so if we're overthinking it, maybe this is a tactic, or maybe there's some other reason that this is happening. But like the two other cards that are attached to this still feel good and still feel like maybe there's like a misunderstanding or a miscommunication, or there's a miss something here, because I don't feel like he's actually like vacated the premises. So even if he's left and walked away, it feels like, have you ever seen a child have a temper tantrum and then turn right get back around? I'm going to have those words, I promise, to have turn right back around. I wonder like what the longevity of that situation is. Like if they up and left, if they're actually going to like go away. But I feel like it's not a permanent situation. There's too much upbeatness to this. So honey, keep in touch with me on it. I want to know how this progresses for you over time, because it doesn't feel permanent. Like you letting go of Scorpio, it either is like a wildly good thing for this to have happened, or he's coming back. So that's an odd one for me. So I'll need you to clarify that as it happens and as it unfolds for you over time. So stay in touch with me, honey. But Miss Aubrey, I'm grateful for my sweet body and my incredible community, for the good, fresh, wholesome food, and for human kindness. Oh, Jesus, girl. That is a brilliant one. And personally, the whole sweet body thing, yes. Absolutely. All right, your question is about love. Will I ever meet that special person? My name is Anzelma. Thank you for that. Because I was like, I don't want to hurt that name, Anzelma. Will you ever meet that special person? Will you ever meet your special person? Let's pull. We'll do yes or no too. And we'll probably pull some more cards to see like maybe what's preventing that person from showing up. What's in the way? What's in the way? So first we got to make sure personal show. Oops. Zoma. Will you ever meet your person? You're someone special. That special person. 1, 2, and Zoma 3. Sweet. Okay. Will you ever meet that special person? So I have the Ace of Pentacles for you reversed. I also have the Devil card for you reversed, along with the Death card for you reversed. So she's making side comments over here. Honey, I feel like you have the ability, everybody has the ability to meet that someone special. I feel like there's a lot in your way that's like tugging at you. A lot of old habits, old patterns that we need to break free from before like the road has been made clear, or the path to them has been made available so that they can actually come to you. It's like the Ace of Pentacles is normally such a nice, sweet card, but usually when it's upright, I think about new starts, new projects, new adventures. When it's reversed, it makes me think of like the hesitancy or the unwillingness or fear of getting yourself out there and having a grand time. Like there's almost this, Oh, what was it? We were just talking about, me and a friend of mine, we were just talking about like imposter syndrome. And yes, you can have those moments of where you're super confident and you're super in yourself and you have all this spirit and spunk to you, but then you don't feel like you don't deserve it. So then you accidentally self-sabotage. And next thing you know, you don't have the things that are in place. The devil card, this guy, he's about not letting go, because it's not even so much about like releasing. It's more of you taking actions and steps to cut things that do not serve you away. So that's, minding your health, minding your finances. If you find yourself that you have these habits that are detrimental to your well-being, to your mental state, to whatever does not make you happy, cut them loose. Not even like let them go, like slice off with a katana that's been sharpened and honed, cut that stuff off and let that go by the wayside. Because this death card is all about transformation and evolution and shift and change. So when that card shows up for you, that's the process of shifting from, especially if it was like just from a divorce or something like that, when you're shifting from this one thing that yanked you around, now it's died. Now it's disposed. There you go. It's disposed of. Now it's recycling and regrowing and changing and transforming. Oh, I'm glad. So it's like you have all these things that need to occur, and then the road will be made clear. So just allow these processes that are happening for you to happen. Don't worry about it. Don't second guess it. Just allow all of these things to occur and tend to yourself first. And then when you're back to being amazing, when you're back to feeling, fantabulous, darling, that's when your road is going to be open. That's when the slip and slide, there you go. The slip and slide is going to be real grease for your person to slip and fall into your hand. so they will be there. They will be there. But let's go ahead and go to our next one. But thank you so much for that question, dearest. 39. I love all 39 of y'all peoples. How will tomorrow go for my family? Let's look in. I wonder how. Oof. I can just imagine, like, I was at the store just a minute ago listening to someone's family drama over the phone. They were already fussing at their mother about calling about a bad birthday or something. It was like listening to someone's gossip and family drama, but it was like on the phone next to me while I was looking at games. So how will yours? I hope yours will go better. Second, Miss Kehlani, how will tomorrow go for your family? How will tomorrow go for Miss Kehlani's family? How will tomorrow go? 1, 2, 3. Why is we want to keep pulling 4s? I'm just going to pull all 4. Oop. I'm going to show 3 and see what that 4th one is going on for you too. Okay, so I have the Empress for you, my dear, along with the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles for you. I also had another cup that popped out, was the Page of Cups. So that to me feels a lot like maybe like the hubby. The other cards for me though, it's like it has this feeling of like what it's like with most families when you get the adult children to go back to where the parents are. The new kids, like the little ones, tend to have a good time. They're stuffing their face with sweets and pies and watching great movies, but you are hearing the snide comment from mom. We're stuck at home because the kids are sick, so I'll just be me and Hubs and the 2 little ones and me. Mom is, what's this going on for you? So I'm wondering if your guilt is getting in the way of, or not guilt is getting in the way. I'm wondering if like you're having like this internal monologue with yourself, because you're going to do something sweet and nice for your family anyway. You guys have an abundance of available things that are available to you. You're going to have a nice little time. I'm sorry that they're sick. I even think like hubby is in a nice space where he's just extra doty, is kind of how it feels. What's going on with you though? Like, I wonder if your own, it feels like your own maybe guilt might be kicking in for this one. So honey, it feels like it could be a good day. It could be a good day if you allow yourself to enjoy it as such, instead of like getting into the brain spiral of what it should be. Like, figure out a way to make it like amazing for you and the kids. I mean, yes, you're sick, you know what? Bundle everybody up in the blankets and the marshmallow hot chocolates or whatever it is that you have planned. Watch some fabulous movies, tickle the little ones, you know, do whatever you can to make it an enjoyable process, and don't worry about whatever is on your mind and spinning in those cycles and those circles between either of you. Like, both of y'all are right there. He seems like Mr. Lovey-dovey trying to help you have a good time. Allow yourself to have a good time, hun. It can totally go well for you. Like, make it a good day. Make it a good day. Yes, Miss Kalani, make it a good day. My dear, thank you so much for that question. I'm gonna follow up with you to see how that goes. All right, Miss Milner, what's going on in your love life? Vintage clothing reseller. I hope, are you the one that reached out to us last week? And I told you should talk to Melissa about what you can do regarding your sales. It's sales in your store. So I'm pretty sure that was her, right?
Yeah, we haven't talked a whole lot, but she did reach out.
Oh, good, y'all did.
Yeah, she did reach out with me.
Good. I'm glad I can put y'all two together. I mean, not like that. Well, y'all, but we can play. Your love life. What's going on in your love life, my dear? What's going on? What can we pull for that? Let's pull 3. See how it goes. What's going on in your love life? 1, 2, 3. What else wants to show? What's going on? Ooh, there we go. I'll do 2. Perfect. All right, let's see what we have. What's going on in your love life? Okay, so these are the questions that I'd be wondering, like, do you have a person in place with you already? I'm not seeing a whole ton of partnership. I see options, but the cards that I have for you is what is this? This is the 5, 6, 7 of Wands. This grumpy guy, he has all the stick in his hand. It looks like he's trying to beat people back up off of him. And then you have the 5 of Wands, and these people are beating up each other. So, like, this kind of reminds me of those situations where it's like, if you have too many suitors, you know, if we're going old school now, if you have too many suitors and oops, they found out about each other, so now they're fighting over you, kind of thing is what those two remind me of. So I hope that's the case for you. The other card that I had show up was the High Priestess. So, I did pull 2 additional others. What do we have? We have a card that wants to fly out of my hands. I have Courage for you, along with Patience. So you have definitely options. Yeah. Yes, honey. I'm glad to hear it. I think what it feels like with all of this is that yes, you have your options and you have the people that are showing up. I don't feel like anybody is quite ringing the bell. You know, it's like you have this option, you have that option, you have this sample, you have this choice, all these things that are wonderful. But I feel like you're still working on figuring out who you are and deciding what you want out of yourself and what you want in your life. Like this High Priestess, when she's upright, she's very knowledge, she's very like deep rooted in her skill and her wisdom and her thoughts and who she is. It's not even a question. She just is. And so when she's reversed, she's still figuring that out. She's learning those things. She's redefining who she is. She's not exactly lost touch with who she is, but she's just like, you know what? We're going to have an amendment now. I'm no longer going to do that. I'm doing this now. So it's like you have all these options available to you. I would allow your options, hon. Just definitely like enjoy this opportunity in this space to pick and choose and redecide what you want in your environment, what you want to allow, and who you want to be with. Let's see. So this Courage card, along with this Patience, to me is like you give yourself the time and the freedom to do exactly whatever you want. And then with the Patience, it's like if you're looking for the Mr. or the what do you call it? Like that number one person, like give yourself some time, honey. You are your number one person. Like don't worry about finding one. Find that number one, or find the one in yourself first, and then that actual, like, you know, the one over here will show up for you in due time. So just have your own patience for it. Get amazing. And there she is. And maybe you'll have your own little bun in the oven and your own little person eventually. So let's see. On point. Definitely need some self-work. That's confirmation. I'm glad to hear it. So yeah, definitely, darling. So thank you so much for that. Miss L, love the lipstick. Oh, looks fire. Thank you. Oh, the wife's over here like, yeah. She's the one that picked it, because if I still have it down here, I wanted to do this silly little NYX demure, because I have this thing about being like, not basic, it's more like just neutral. I like, if everything could be beige, I probably would do it. I probably would be skin tone. I'd look naked all the time. It'd be terrible. You like color. I like beige. Like, what's up with this? So together we come up with things like that. And so I have my super bright purple NYX thing. They need to send me money for that, because I just promoted 2 of their products. All right, Tiffany, can I expect some progression in my career? To be more specific, hoping for a promotion. That's a better question. Thank you so much for the specifics. Let's see if we can. You're hoping for, can you expect some progression? Okay, so let's do if. And if we need to, let's see, like, what can we do to speed that up? If there's like a time, maybe that's what we need to do. We need to do a timeline as to when. I need a pen, but oh, there's one. And notebook. I need to make notes for myself now. Okay, so we're doing a if, and then we're going to be doing a when. All right, so let's see if we're going to get a promotion first, okay? And then if it's a yes, we'll see if we can find when. So, Miss Tiffany Dyson. I love the last name PS, because the brand Dyson makes amazing electronics. But yeah, instead of being so off topic, let's if you can will you get a promotion? That's what we're looking for. Will Tiffany get a promotion? All right, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what I have for you is the Knight of Wands reversed, along with the 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. So with all of this, I feel like getting a promotion is definitely something that's going to be available to you, especially with it feels like you have this generous energy to you, and people notice, people are aware of it. I'm wondering though, when you get that promotion, go ahead and still keep your resume updated, your portfolio in place, like keep all the things that you can do, because to keep yourself a like a desirable candidate, a desirable person, as though you are leaving. Don't actually leave, because it's like the energy that I'm feeling is that it's good that you are. Excuse me, let me re-preface this. Okay, so what I am feeling is that I do think you are going to get a promotion. I think what you also need to do is keep yourself an attractive candidate for other people. So make sure that you don't let yourself get too complacent in the role that you have. Make sure, and this one is traveling, like this is traveling away with your swords in the boat, going towards something else. So to me, that's talking about going in a different direction, going in a direction. So movement away from where you're at to something that you're going. It could be within that particular role or in general. I'm feeling like in general, like the broad stroke. So making sure that your resume is up to date at all times, making sure that you are the tidy, like keep marketable. Thank you. That is the perfect word for it. Why didn't you help me out with that? You're over there rambling. God, me, I know it, but sometimes I need help with these words. Jesus. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Yes. Keep yourself marketable. Perfect. That is going to keep you looking even better, because I feel like if you get this promotion and you rest on your laurels, it's going to get yanked, or something else is going to happen. Someone else is going to get you for the job. So let's not let that happen. Let's actually like get in there, own that shit, go ahead and be as amazing as you are and be marketable, because you actually may have to use your marketability to leverage more money or leverage more more resources, more it feels like more money. Like I am worth, okay, so you took the job at this dollar figure, and then it shows up later, I want my raise. Now you have to threaten to leave, and you have to be willing to walk out the door for them to actually, like, no, don't do it. So keep yourself marketable, my darling. I'm glad. Thank you so much for helping me with that word, Miss Tiffany. And thank you for not helping me with it, Melissa. You guys, you can follow me on Facebook, on AB Tarot Reading here at Facebook. You can find me at the same name on Instagram. You know, life is funny on both of them. You can see behind the scenes of me doing readings. You can see me preparing for events, preparing for shows, me venting, me talking. You know, it's all over the place for you there. You can also purchase readings from me directly there as well on Facebook. But now is a great time to kind of segue into my little bit of housekeeping. I am creating a website for myself called abtarotreading.com. If you go there right now, it is just the landing page, and that's okay. Go ahead and bookmark that, keep that, because that is going to be soon where you can book with me directly. Starting Friday. So it's going up live. Sorry? The 30th. At the end of the month, I am throwing that website up. Come hell or high water. It's just going up. So even if you see the misspellings, don't judge me. It's up. Y'all are having all the fun with it that you can, but you'll be able to be booking with me directly there. Anytime that you want to do a face-to-face video reading or a chat reading, as well as purchase email services as well. So even if you're a little camera shy, it's okay. I can accommodate almost anything. But yeah, you guys can choose either 30-minute or 60-minute sessions with me and ask any questions that you want, just you and me, you guys. That's the fun stuff. I'm taking this ring off because it's rolling all over the place. I love my ring, but it's annoying me right now. But alrighty, let's go ahead and keep going into questions and say what, and 15 we'll go ahead and do the flash reading since they're so much fun. Sounds good? Yeah. Cool. So we got 15 minutes, you guys. If you want your question in, throw it in. If you have the short questions that you want just a brief little like one card pull on, go ahead and throw those in now. Melissa will get them here in just a moment. So Miss Woods, what does 2020 look like for my love life and financially? So let's do one or the other. Let's go love life, because that's always fun. What does 2020 look like for your love life? So you guys, just to reiterate, we're only pulling one question in your questions. Well, I love, makes perfect, awesome, thank you, makes perfect sense with what you've been feeling. Good. Stay in touch and let me know how this progresses, because now, we're going to have to read any event that happens for you. But yeah, so we're looking into what does 2020 look like for her love life. And that led me into the whole, if you're asking a question, thank you so much for the question. Let's make sure we keep it to one question in that question at one time. I will otherwise have to break your question apart, and I may not get to the other part. So what's 2020 going to look like? What's the general, what's 2020 going to look like for your love life? Okay, let's see what this feels. What does 2020 look like for Miss Woods' love life? 1, 2, 3, 4. La da da. What does? Okay, so what I have for you is the Queen of Wands. I love her. People tell me I remind them of her. Oops, I have the back of a card. How about, there we go. I have the 10 of Cups for you and the 3 of Pentacles along with the King of Swords. So this guy, it feels like a guy or a person, a significant person, but this feels more like family. So I wonder if you got some family stuff going on in 2020, but related to your relationship stuff. It feels interesting and energetic. So if you're putting yourself out there to start dating, to start getting into that world of people coming in, like it's definitely open. Them emotions are available to you. You're putting in the work and the effort so that you can get the loves, the people in your store, in your atmosphere, your realm, your whatever, your bubble, your hoop, your circle, your your space. There we go. That's the word. Your space. That Queen of Wands, though, darling. I love her because she's energetic. She is a vibrant person. She's a strong energy. And it's usually that energy is very attractive to people who are interested in you. So go ahead and keep being yourself. Keep being exactly who and what you are. And it seems like there's going to be some stuff coming in your way for 2020. So it's going to be a little bit of work and a little bit of effort, but ooh, them family. So yummy. So Miss Woods, 2020 for your love life looks nice, my dear. All right, so let's keep going. Miss Birdie, well, doing my side business turn out well. Well, doing it. So by well, let's see. What do we mean? Well, doing my side business turn out well. For those kind of questions, I would love to be a little bit more specific as to like, are we looking well as in like profits, clients, anything in particular? But let's just see if it's like well in general. See if like the energy of it looks good just by the fact that you're doing it, kind of thing. So you have to forgive me in advance if this gets a little bit vague because the question is also a little bit vague. And while I'm shuffling, you guys, if you have questions that are very general in nature, my answers sometimes end up being very general in nature. And I love getting into the specifics and the juicy parts, since that's often where, you know, you get the answers to the questions you're looking for. But I will always do the best I can for you. Business turn out well. Doing her new side business turn out well. Doing her side business turn out well. All right, let's pull some cards. One, will turn out well. 2, 3. Okay. There we go. All right, so I have the Strength card for you reversed. I also have the 4 of Pentacles and the Fool for you. So, well, generally speaking, like it does look like something that's going to go well for you. I feel like it's going to be a wonderful learning lesson. You're going to learn so much about yourself, who you are, what it means to run this kind of business, this kind of practice. It's this mixed bag, though. It feels like you're either like inexperienced when it comes to the financial end of it, or you're very nervous about the financial end of it. Because it's like this card kind of reminds me of when you're holding on to all your finances and your goods because you don't want to make a mistake. But then again, it's like the Fool who, I'm covering his face, the Fool who is naive and brand new and on a new adventure, starting a new journey. It has this whole feeling of where you don't know to be scared. And like when you're starting out a new business, sometimes it's like that whole naivete is actually playing in your favor, because it's like you don't have all that pre-knowledge that scares most people away from starting a new project or starting a new hustle. But it feels like learning, like a whole bunch of learning. I think learning is an amazing thing. I'm a perpetual learner. I want to learn all the time. So to me, learning is good. So I'm going to say good for you, my dear. Now, when you get more specific as to like what part equals good for you, like get clear, very clear in your goals and your ambitions. And maybe that's part of some of the work that you'll learn to be doing is defining what doing well and defining what your business looking good or doing well means for you. And once you get those, once you get those signified and, sketched out, there we go. Once you've gotten those all outlined and sketched out for yourself, you'll then be able to start kind of measuring when you've hit those goals, when you've hit those landmarks for yourself. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be fun. All right, my dear. Miss Garland, should you leave your narcissist husband? It kind of sounds like the way you just packaged that question, that's probably already a yes. So let's see what cards have to say about you and the narcissist husband. You and the narcissist. June. Okay, Miss June. Oops. So first card that hopped out for you is a little interesting. So we're going to chat about that in just a moment, but I'm going to also pull a few more. So should she leave her husband? 2, 3. Okay. Should you? So I have the 3 of Wands upright. I also have the 4 of Wands reversed. And what is this one? The 5 of Pentacles reversed. So with these, and another card that hopped out for me, which that I was kind of going to talk to you about here in just a moment, is the eight. Yes, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Swords. I can count. So this card, the reason that I'm intrigued by this card is that this card reflects to me the self-imposed limitations that we put on ourselves. So like if you can take a peek, she is standing there and she is standing amongst these swords. So often people have that first visceral response to it by like, oh my gosh, she's standing next to swords, she can't see. But that's kind of a misnomer about the deck, is that, or about the card, is that she also has other abilities. Like she can still move, she can still wiggle herself to maybe the edge of one of the swords and cut herself loose. We don't know if she's actually tied. We don't know if she put herself there. So the whole point about this card is that it's often a self-imposed restriction or self-imposed moment of standing there. So to apply this to your situation, it has the whole idea is like you're not going to be going anywhere until you open up to your role and how you've participated in this situation, and then you'll be able to start making decisions in regards to leaving, if that's what you want to do, and changing the dynamic if you want that to happen. But it's taking ownership and not giving him, oh, my marriage is horrible because of him. It's the two of you. What I do see, though, in addition, you have the 3 of Wands along with the 4 of Wands reversed and the 5 of Pentacles. So I definitely see that it's a headache and a hardship for you. And I know that you're not having any fun with this anymore. I don't like to say leave your husband. I don't like to do that because this is your decision. These are your life choices that you have to make. I feel like you are definitely reevaluating things right now. You are figuring out what life means. You're figuring out, like, you're escaping, you're taking stock, you're taking inventory of your environment, of your life, and figuring out, does this person line up to what I want in my life? The story isn't fun. The game isn't fun. The wedding, the fairy tale thing isn't fun anymore. So you're not enjoying yourself, and it's a headache and a hardship. So I feel like you already have a game plan in mind. You already have things that you want to do. I feel like you wouldn't have brought up this question if you didn't want to, and maybe you're just looking for permission, but I don't think you need my permission. You need your own permission to make that decision. But my dear, let me know how it progresses with you and for you, because I definitely want to stay in touch with that. But yes, Miss Melissa reminded me just now that we're going to be doing flash readings. So you guys, what you can do is, like, if you haven't already, throw in your question. I'll be pulling one card. I'll probably be switching up cards here in just a moment. I'll be pulling one card for your question and give you the fastest reading I can. And when I go fast, I feel like I'm clearer and I'm more concise. I give a better read when I'm going faster. So to me, I'm just racing to keep up with the energy. So I'm pulling out my new set of cards, or my other set of cards. This is my True Black Tarot, if you've ever seen this. I know a lot of you have, some of you haven't. It's an interesting style. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. But anyway, I will totally start shuffling and start pulling for you all. Crystal, anything for you? Anything for you? No, I'm just gonna pull one card and just see what shows up. Normally we would go specific. When it comes to one card, we're going general, honey. We're going there. All right, Miss Crystal, anything for you? Let's pull. What does Miss Crystal need to know in one card? What does Miss Crystal? There we go. Right off the top here. If it'll come. There we go. Okay, what is this? The Hermit card. So what's going on for you? This card, I feel like you are in this it's like a state of flux where you're trying to figure out what's going on around you. You're trying to figure out what your role in this universe is. You're doing a whole lot of figuring things out. I feel like it's this space and time for you. This is a cycle for you. This is what happens when you've reached this age in this kind of environment. You will make it through this, honey. Like, don't worry about getting stuck in this trying to figure shit out. You will figure this out. Like, it won't even, eventually you'll realize there's nothing to figure out, that you will continue to progress and move because the world keeps spinning regardless as to what you have to think about it. But as of right now, feels like you're still thinking really hard and trying to figure stuff out. You're doing a little bit of it on your own. You're doing a little bit of it, or a lot of it with others, but you're figuring things out. Just go with it, honey. But you guys, doing one card readings for all of y'all to end our session. Jessica wants to know, will my finances get better? Let's pull one card for Miss Weber, Miss Jessica Weber. will your finances get better? What is this? This is a knot. So this is, oh, and she's reversed. Huh. Okay. So this has the cyclical feeling to it. So if you take a look at it, it's the snake, it's the baby, but that's life cycles, that's life circles. So I feel like I'm coming back to a thing that I mention a lot when people ask about finances, where you don't quite have the education regarding how to handle your finances. So the money that you have is what you have. I mean, there's only a couple ways to shift this. It's either bringing in more money or changing how much you're expending. So it can get better once you decide like what you want out of this. I know that doesn't give you the answer that you're looking for. Like, will they get better? Yes or no? It's not that simple in this regard. It always can. It can always get better, but you have to actually act to get it better. But to show you that little card again, but those are life cycles, life circles. Is the guy I'm interested in right for me? Let's see. Oh,
That's the one that gave you the lipstick compliment.
oh, you like my lips. Is that Jackie Chan on your face, on your icon? All right, Miss L, is the guy you're interested in right for you? Let's see what the, okay, I'm putting that one back in. So I'm gonna make the deck work harder for us. No, it can't be lazy. The deck of cards cannot be that lazy. Let's see. All right, Miss L, is he right for you? He's going to make you work, honey, and that's okay, because it's like the work itself is a bit nourishing for you. You see the seeds that are being nourished into the ground, or that are going to be growing from the ground, the water that's feeding the plant, air, dust, soil. It's going to be a good thing. It's going to make you work a little bit. You're going to learn more about yourself with this relationship. So it's not even about right or wrong. It's about like this relationship helps you realign to who you are and helps you learn more about who you are and what you want for yourself. So it's gonna be fun one way or the other. Alrighty. Ms. Gonzalez, love life. One card, love life. Let's just see what shows up in the brain from love life. Okay, so this is the devil card. One, I find her to be the sexiest devil on the planet. So love life. When it comes to your love life and this one shows up, I feel like there's things that are like yanking around on your strings. And so it's like those habits that we haven't quite broken yet, or those afflictions or addictions or things that are tugging on us kind of at a primal, visceral level. So it's like love life isn't great. It feels like it's manipulative a bit. It's yanking you around. So I hope things get better for you. But as of right now, it looks like your love life are them chains that she's got around her. But she is gorgeous. She is bleeding gorgeous. So you guys, looks like we got about 8 minutes left. Where is your relationship headed? Let's see if we can pull that up in one card. Where is that relationship of yours headed? This is the Temperance card. So she is all about left and right, up and down. She's very about balance, the right ingredients to make things happen. So where your relationship is headed, it feels very baseline, like very safe, very easy, very complacent. I don't think there's a whole lot of nudge in the moment of going into like, doesn't feel like you're separating, doesn't feel like you're getting married. Like, and so maybe that's a part of it, is that we need to have conversations, or we need to have a little bit more nudges into a particular direction. So if getting married is something that you want to do, and it's kind of hit that 2-3 year mark and you haven't had those conversations yet, maybe you need to bring it up. Like, this is something that you want for yourself. If you just got together with the person yesterday, don't bring up the marriage topic. So give it some time and give it some space. Right now, it looks like a pretty even balance. It feels good. So relish in that a little bit and decide if it's appropriate to bring some of those conversations up. All right, Miss Adina, what is my future? How is my future like? I'm going to be a little obnoxious on that. You have a future. I'm not going to pull one card on what your future looks like. Actually, I will. I lied. I can't read for that. What is that? That's a 5, 6. 6 of Pentacles reversed. Your question is very vague, so I don't know how to apply it.
She had one.
You had one earlier?
It was a longer.
Oh, okay.
Backstory.
Oh, well, maybe go back to it. Things are not going well with me and my family, no work, nothing seems to work. No, wait. What is happening to my life?
So those are before.
Oh, okay. I get it. So you have more than what I feel comfortable in reading in one card. How is my future like? Okay. So in that kind of situation, it's more than what one card is going to offer for you, and it's also more than one card. It's like if you're looking for a solution in one card, you are not going to find it. Yes, as Melissa's like that. Yes, we can hook up together. We can have a deeper conversation. We can maybe talk a little bit more about what is going on for you and how we can maybe get you some more insights on what's going on, because I can't even begin to pretend that we can solve every problem that you have, but I can give you a bird's eye view of the problems that are going on for you, maybe help you see how you can be empowered and find that you have some strength, you have some power to wield your own desires in regards to any situation that you have. But that always takes effort. And so you can always reach out directly, but one card is not going to answer that for you, my dear. Miss Becky Ann, will I change my job soon? Will I change my job soon? Becky Ann, will she change her job soon? What is this guy? Strength card reverse. I think you want to, but I don't think that you will at the moment. It's a little bit easy to stay where you're at, and it's a little bit too hard to do the work to leave. So I think right now, out of like path of least resistance, it seems like staying is probably something that you'll be doing at the moment, but it doesn't feel like it's necessarily a bad thing. So if you want to leave, you're going to have to be a little bit more proactive regarding doing it, because otherwise at this moment, it looks like you're going to be staying exactly where you're at. But you guys, I got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Will I come into money soon? What is this card? Will you come into money soon? This is the Hierophant. Hierophant. I feel like you, see, this is a hard one for me right here, because this card in particular, he has this feeling that, like, of someone holding it. Like if you were, Jesus, it's like, what am I thinking? When there's someone that's holding the in trust, like holding the money or holding money away from you, but not judging you for it. It's more of like it's this person's job to hold this money, and they will dole it out as they see fit, or dole it out as per the requirements of this contract. That's how that card reminds me of. So if you will come into money soon, it feels like you'll have to prove it, is what it's like. It's like if you have an insurance policy and something happened, you're trying to make a claim, you'll come into money if you can prove that you met the thing for the claim. Or like if you have a inheritance, like you have to prove something about that. That's kind of what it feels like you could, but there's this thing that you have to overcome to get it in that person. Miss Amy will have a good job by next month. Oh, darling. Yes, I remember her face. Well, not her face. I don't remember that face, but I do remember the name. So Miss Amy Garcia. Will you get a good job? Will I have a good job by next month? What is this? This is the Empress, and she is reversed. So I'm inclined to think that maybe not necessarily next month, but it seems like there's stuff in the works. There you go. You can kind of see her a little bit better. When she thinks, I love her like right side up. You can tell she's like pulling off her own shirt. And so she's kind of like, I'm a hot mama kind of thing. So I feel like you've planted the seeds. You're starting to do the things to get you in the direction of finding that new role for yourself. I don't think it's going to be necessarily next month, but something that you and I could do if you want to work on it is do maybe some timing work to see if and then when, just to get some clarity on that for you. So Miss Lori, will my card reading advance? I'm going to say it's gonna, because it's me and you. And if you need any help with that, Miss Lori, all you have to do is send me a question. I am at your disposal, dear. When it comes to helping you learn her, you guys, I'm helping her. I'm willing to help her learn how to read tarot. So I think that is wonderful that you've taken that on. And she wants to know, I'm going to pull one card. Will it advance? what is this? This is the Page of Cups. Okay, so yes, it's going to advance. That's a given. But also kind of give yourself a chance to remember that this is new for you, sweetie. So it's like learning a new language. It's learning a new skill. It's hard at first, and you kind of feel like you're hitting your head up against a brick wall. Just when you kind of get to that point where you've done all you can, go ahead and take it, a space away. Oh, you're welcome, dearie. Go ahead and take some time away just to do something else and then come back to it. Like, give your brain a break, and then also be kind to yourself. You don't have to read like a rock star. Not even saying I'm a rock star, but just you don't have to read the devil or anything tomorrow. Like, give yourself time. Most people take a long time to learn all 78 of these buggers. So don't be surprised if this takes you a while, my dear. You got 1 minute left. So relationship advice. Am I making the right decision? Okay, let's pull one card. Let's see if it's a right decision or not a right decision. We'll just say that. Right decision or not? Right decision, yes or no? This card again. 6 of Pentacles reverse. Are you making the right decision? I feel like it's loaded. It could be, so it's not a right and wrong answer. It's not about right and wrong. It's about what is in your best interest, what is suited for you. I feel like you're still figuring that out. Like that little, look at him. So upright, it's blocking what's going on below here. And the light is definitely reflecting off this thing. And this thing is like writing your contract in. It kind of is how I think of it. So it's like, reverse. It doesn't have a yes or no answer to it, hun. I think that's going to be one that you're going to have to decide for yourself, because this is definitely not a yes or no answer. So right or wrong decision, you guys. Stephanie, I thought we were done. She's pulling another. Oh, Dad passed away just over a month ago. I'm so sorry to hear that, darling. I miss him so much. So much. I never got to say he passed too soon. Hey, from New Zealand. Oh, you want a card for your pops? Okay. And thank you for sharing with me about your father. And I'm sure he's hanging around. So let's pull a card for your dad, or for you about your dad, and just see what shows up. This one. Yes, you sent all kind of emojis. So there's the double card, and this one showed up along with it. So this is the 8 of Wands along with the devil card. So these two together, if I read them as one, I feel like that's like liberation. Because remember how I was just talking earlier that this card is usually all about those things kind of yank on our strings. It's kind of a puppet master. It's like addictions and issues and problems. And then the 8 of Wands is like about concentrated effort and focus. So these two, it's like the only way this happens is when this one shows up. So I feel like either in like him or his energy is, or whatever, it's like a liberation of the things that yank you around. So you've done the work, or the work is being done, or there's strong concentrated effort. Things are better. Things are wonderful. Everything is, yes, prayers for Sophie. There we go. Sophie. We'll get it right, darling. Well, you guys, I'm stopping. No more questions. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Melissa had me running long. We've been putting in overtime. I get a snack for that. You can catch me here next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please come and hang out. Come ask your questions. If you want to book something with me one-on-one, feel free to schedule with it directly at AB Tarot Reading here on or on Facebook. You can email me directly. You can also go to the website on Friday and book with me directly there. So you guys have fun. Enjoy getting all your fun snacks and fun foods. And gratitude. Stay in your gratitude. You'll have a better time if you do. Trust. I knows. Alrighty, you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Great evening. Great time. Love you bunches. I'm going to purple lipstick blow you, kiss you. Mwah.